Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about tips for refocusing on financial goals.
If you like this vlog, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have lots of great content out there for business owners. So tips to refocusing your financial goals. My first suggestion is you got to review what has happened and what was the original goals that were set.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about this for businesses and how they can refocus.
Yes.
So as a business, when you first get established, you're going to set goals. Hopefully, any successful business, you have to have goals. So those goals that you establish when you first start, you have to start as you begin operating and start operating. You have to analyze those goals and see if you're meeting those goals, and if you need to refocus or you need to change.
Right. Yeah, definitely need to examine whether or not that either one, were they good goals to begin with? Maybe they need to go by the wayside, or maybe they just don't apply anymore because you've gotten to a certain level and it just doesn't make sense any longer. Re-examining what has happened can set you up for the next step, which will be, setting the new goals and identifying what things need to happen in your immediate future to reach those goals for the next step in your business.
Yeah, once as a business owner, you're going to be, especially as a new business, you're going to be spending a lot of time getting that business up and running and working that business. But you have to set time aside to look at these goals to manage the business, and that's the only way you're going to be successful, is if you're taking that time to do that.
Yes. So once you've, I guess, kind of identified where you've been, what new goals do you need to or want to have in place? Like what is it that you want to accomplish? Then it's time to determine what has to get into place in order to reach those goals. Do you need more customers? Do you need more salespeople? Do you need better processes in behind the scenes in order to satisfy that growth or to make it more efficient? There's many different avenues that need to be examined in order to see how each of the components is contributing to that new goal.
Yeah, most of the businesses that we talk to, when they start out, they make a lot of mistakes in the beginning, and they learn from those mistakes and are able to better manage their business. So you may have a goal, and you may have made mistakes in trying to achieve that goal. So that doesn't mean that goal may necessarily be wrong.
Right.
Just how you go about working towards those
goals and making the tweaks that need to happen in order to be better each time you revisit these goals, right? That's the idea, is to keep fine-tuning what you have and changing what needs to be changed and being flexible.
Yeah, and you need to kind of be realistic about how many goals you set to be able to work on, because you can't accomplish everything all at once. So having a few goals that are really important is more than enough to.
Yeah, because you'll see that if you set, let's say, a sales goal, that might affect your salespeople, that might affect the process behind the scenes, that might affect the way you interact with the customers before they even get to the salesperson. So there's a lot of work that has to be done in order to meet that one sales goal number.
Right.
So you're not looking at just saying, okay, well, let's just sell more. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're spending it all as you're doing it, you're not any better, right? Or if you reach that sales goal and you saw all that growth, but now you have all these unhappy customers because it hasn't, your process hasn't improved and it's clunky, let's just say. But yeah, it usually has multiple components to one goal.
Right. Yeah. So keeping it to just a couple or a few important goals, and that's important to not overwhelm yourself or your staff or your employees.
So staying accountable to those goals is really important. And the way that you're going to do that is through your key performance indicators. And you'll see this a lot in business, and they're called KPIs. And KPIs are just basically the way that you're going to measure the thing that you want to measure, right? And a KPI can be financial. It can be something different than financial, like customer satisfaction, or it could be your employees and your turnover rate, or there's all kinds of different types of KPIs. So you want to identify the right KPIs to your goal so that you can stay accountable to how you're doing and measuring how close you are to those goals. And I suggest to people when I do our consulting and growth planning with our clients is find a time to examine those goals on a regular basis. That might be at your weekly staff meeting if some of the KPIs are shareable and able to be kind of discussed amongst your staff. It could be that top management discusses them on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis, or that you look at something, I wouldn't say once a year because that's not really examining and keeping you moving forward. But, if you have smaller goals within, that big one, maybe once a year for that big goal is good.
Exactly. And, if you don't have the staff within your company and employees to reach these goals, you may need to hire out contractors or other professionals to help you, achieve these goals or to work at these goals, and also maybe to help you monitor those goals.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also a lot of software out there that allows you to enter your KPIs, and you can go ahead and enter your target, and then also enter as you go the results that you're kind of using to monitor it. And it can produce graphs, and it can give you charts that basically show whether you're going, is it meeting that goal, is it meeting that target, or are you falling below? And falling below a target isn't always bad, especially if that target is really high. So not meeting that exact goal might still be better than where you were before.
Right, exactly. And the key is taking the time to monitor and to put your efforts into monitoring these goals. Because it's great to set a goal, but what are you going to you
got to do something to get there.
You got to do something to get there. You have to have implementation. You have to have the monitoring. And hold people accountable for their part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about reviewing where you were, reviewing where you want to go, setting some new goals, what things need to change in order to meet them, and then the ways to hold yourself accountable going forward on those goals. So if you like our vlog here and want to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would love to hear from you as well. And we have a masterclass that is getting published, and that can be accessed at moderncpaonline.com/masterclass. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.